OtterBox and LifeProof cases for iPhone X video. Will iPhone X explode if it wirelessly charges while plugged in? I am a freak when it comes to cases for smartphones. If I see a family member or a friend running around with an unprotected device, my first instinct, after recovering from a panic attack, is to fit that person's device with a case. I usually have a few models sitting in my case box, and if the case fits, it's going on the phone if you show up at my house without one. Because, if you don't use a case, you will end up like my wife's friend, Jenna. Jenna is a bad girl. Jenna does not use a case. Jenna's iPhone is beyond hope now. Jenna F., champion dinner party cook and parent of twins. iPhone 6 Plus abuser. Yes, that iPhone 6 Plus still works. I'm not sure how that's even possible, but it does. I used to say that any case on a smartphone is better than no case at all. The main thing you really need to be concerned with is bezel elevation, to prevent the phone from falling flat on the screen and taking a direct impact. Secondary to that concern, you want edge rigidity and shock absorption to buffer against hits on the side and corners. Prior to the introduction of edge screen designs first seen in devices like the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and now in the iPhone X, I would have maintained that yes, put on a case, any case. But given how fragile the design is of this particular phone, and how much this thing dents your wallet when you buy it and God forbid, have to repair it after drop damage, I'm going to have to change my mind on that one. You want the most protective design money can buy. There are a few companies that specialize in extreme device protection. One is UAG, whose iPhone X cases my colleague Matt Miller just thoroughly reviewed. I like UAG as well, and it is an excellent company. Otter Products is the other major player in this market, and I am a huge fan of its offerings. When I am asked by friends and family which case to get, an Otter case is always my first answer. Otter traditionally had one ultra-protective design, which is the Defender. And for years, I only used Defenders, no matter which device I had. I still only use Defender on my 12.9-inch iPad Pro, because it's the only case I trust on that device right now. You could just go out and get a Defender for your iPhone X. You would be very safe with that decision, and my work would be done. It's a rugged, proven design, and it's a whole $50, so it's practically a no-brainer. But over the last few years, Otter has really expanded its line of case designs, not just in its own branded offerings but also with its acquisition of LifeProof, which was once a fierce competitor. LifeProof cases once distinguished themselves from OtterBox cases in that they were targeting sporty lifestyle customers with an emphasis on waterproofing. So, they were always a little bit more expensive than the OtterBox designs. The Free, in particular, is its flagship. Let's go through the LifeProof lineup for iPhone X since it is a relatively easy decision matrix. LifeProof case lineup for iPhone X. For iPhone X, LifeProof has introduced two new case designs, the Slam and Next. Based on close examination, these seem to be very similar two-piece clamshell designs, although from the samples I received, I noticed that the Next had considerably more bumper material on it. Both are very tight-fitting designs and provide ample bezel elevation and side corner impact protection. However, neither are waterproof or provide additional screen protection for scratches or front impacts. I used both cases for about a day, and I would say that the Next felt thicker, but it's not enough of a difference for me to sacrifice shock absorption with the Slam. Personally, if I was inclined to get one of these two cases, I would get Next. The iPhone X is already IP67 water resistant and can survive 30 minutes of immersion at depths of 1 meter, so if the primary concern is being dropped with occasionally being rained on, Next is what I would go with. However, nothing is so simple when it comes to making case recommendations for iPhone X. Read also how iPhone X melds the best of Apple's past and present iPhone X versus iPhone 8 price, size, camera all factor in your Buying decision. Face ID is so good you won't miss the home button. I have not yet received the iPhone X version of Free, as the company didn't have a production sample ready yet, but I do have Free installed on both my Pixel 2 and Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. So we can infer that the overall design is going to be similar. Free is LifeProof's tried and true waterproof case design, which also incorporates a permanent scratch protector that is a flexible film. This is the case that traditionally provided brand differentiation from OtterBox and the Defender. LifeProof Free for Samsung Galaxy S8 now, with iPhone X already being fairly water resistant to begin with, it would seem that Free is